If I'm being honest, and you only expect honesty out of me, America, you're letting your guard down. Just look at this poor soul. Transmission going, dead. And a toe, ouch. But my man right here, he's got Car Shield, just like I do. Car Shield means money-saving protection long after your factory warranty expires. No long-term contracts, no mileage caps, just peace.
There. The Wizards, they have the first pick, and our draft expert, Jeremy Wu, he predicts that they're going to take BYU's AJ DeBonsa with that #1 overall pick. And AJ, he's been right here in New York, speaking with the Spurs, Knicks, players about what it's like to make it to the NBA Finals before he joins them in the league.
What's up, NBA family? AJ DeBonsa here, 2026 NBA draftee. We're here at MSG, we're here at the Garden, Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. I'm gonna be your player correspondent for Game 4. Fellow Rookie of the Year right here, so what does it take to win Rookie of the Year?
Gotta go be the best rookie. That's all it takes.
What's that? I can do that. What's up, Vic? It's AJ DeBonsa, NBA player correspondent. So in my opinion, you changed it a lot in Game 3. How do you keep that momentum?
We've got an identity that makes everybody dangerous, and sometimes it'll pay off.
I have a feeling from watching you play, you'll have quite a share of your share of bangs.
But you didn't say a double bang, you just said bang.
Well, yeah, it usually has to be a game winner for that to happen.
Your tweet in 2012, having no school is awesome. You get to watch Jeremy Lin highlights over and over again. So how does it feel for him to be in the building yesterday?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, he really was the one who birthed my Knicks fandom. And on top of that, now I see him and his kids wearing my jersey. It's kind of crazy.
I bet you didn't know you birthed his fandom.
I'm feeling old right now.
you birthed Karl Anthony Towns fandom. So AJ DeBonsa, don't look away from me like that, Shuff. You heard exactly what he said. To be the #1 pick and join this list. AJ, Victor, they both would love to. The youngest #1 picks to win an NBA title. Now, if the Spurs come back to win it all, and I know it's an if, I'm not saying they're going to, everybody here, Victor would be only behind Magic Johnson, who was just 20 years old when he won the 1980 finals. And since we're talking about #1 picks, we had to get our #1 pick in the building. Chiney Ogwumike is back with us. Chiney, first time on NBA Day here in New York City. Chiney, I won't say your age, but I will say that Victor's 22, Steph Castle's 21, Dylan Harper is 20. So the Spurs, do you feel like youth is something they have to overcome if they want to win this?
You won't say it. I'm 34.
Heck yeah, she is.
I love it. My Magic year. Okay, but +2. But youth is something you do have to overcome, but they actually are learning on the fly in a really good way. And to me, when I think about the San Antonio Spurs and also the New York Knicks, don't y'all feel like it's a heavyweight battle? It's a heavyweight battle, right? And these battles come in stages. First, I know you like boxing. First, you have to get off the ropes. And right now, the San Antonio Spurs, in Game 3, they got off the ropes. They built themselves a good lead. The first quarter was 33-22, right? Secondly, though, after that, you have to counterpunch, right? Because the Knicks had a 42-point second quarter. And so they went down at half, and what's the counterpunch? It was a little bit of a real punch because it was physicality. They shot 24 free throws in the second half. They played tough. And then last but not least, you have to have the knockout. And they had the knockout punch being De'Aaron Fox with that nice little free throw line jumper, Stephon Castle knocking down the three. So in order to take down the Knicks, you have to be able to get off the ropes, counterpunch, and then knock them out. And they did that in one game. We'll see if they can do it in another.
And to add to that, you got to be able to stay together, especially on the road, and especially in a hostile environment, right? You got to play through your mistakes because when you go and look at the box score, Dylan Harper didn't shoot the ball well.
Nope.
De'Aaron Fox didn't shoot the ball well, but you didn't see no bad body language. You didn't see no pouting. You didn't see pointing the finger. They got back in transition. They just moved on to the next play. And in order to keep growing and keep building, especially when you're young, you got to just move on. Right, I thought Oklahoma City set the standard for that last year. Right, like one of the best in the league for us not getting technical fouls. They don't complain. They get back. They don't hate on each other. They don't cry about the ball because you and I was having a conversation. Yeah. And you were sitting on the baseline in that orange suit, bro. Hey, only few dark-skinned brothers can get away with that. You one of them. Listen, but you said something that stood out to you that nobody else could see.
Yeah.
You saw Karl Anthony Towns do what?
I saw Karl Anthony Towns accept a wrestling match where
it's like this is a matchup zone, and I don't think he understood that. I don't want to see him banging and going against the zone because you're playing into their hands. I want to see him playing space. I want him to see what they're doing so he knows to play that dunker, duck in. He knows when he does get a post up, don't go to banging because the second side is waiting on you. Turn your back to the baseline, walk it back, take his hands off you, wait for the cleanse, now attack. Like, understand the angles, understand what you could do. Because I used to have to guard guys like Perk in practice. You don't want to lean and show your elbow on their back because they will spin and they heavy. It's hard. When they move you out the way, they heavy. So if you
hear that, Perk?
I am a heavyweight. Hey, look, but let me say this, though. Back to that point, you got to be a star in your role. And some people have been real critical of Keldon Johnson. Oh, when is Keldon Johnson going to wake up? Yeah, the numbers don't look appealing in the box score.
But isn't his job physicality?
No, but that's his role in this series,
Right.
and that was his role in Game 3. And guess what? He did his role to the T for the betterment of his team.
Without a doubt, and that's what the other thing I was telling Perk, because I've been that guard that, okay, offensively, we're not using you, but this big man is killing us. He doing this, he doing that. Okay, I'm going to frustrate him. I ain't got nothing else better to do. So as long as I can make your life hell for 8 seconds, it's going to be detrimental to your team. So I think that Carl took the bait in sitting here tangling with a smaller guard that really can't do nothing if you finally get the ball chinning and make a solid move.
I'm curious for your take on this, Jeremy, because it seems like everybody that's a Spurs player coming off the bench has one assignment, not only to make shots, but to be physical, to make them feel you. If you're on the other side, someone who has experience using your strength to your advantage, how do you counteract that need for physicality if you're the Knicks?
To me, it's just drawing fouls. How do we do that? And then also, how do we, mentioned it earlier, get off the ball a little bit and get it back so that it's a little bit harder to guard. Now, all of a sudden, if I pitch and I'm trying to get the ball back, I can back cut. I can do things. If they're really face guarding, I can go set a screen. It just makes it less mono tennis to be able to... To be able to get the ball in different situations, different actions. It's just when you're wrestling, that's exhausting. And then they know I'm gonna just wrestle. I'm gonna hold you the whole time because I know what's coming.
You know what? You're gonna fit in just fine with our crew. You're gonna fit in just fine.
Perk's gonna. I'm gonna have to answer that later. My bad.
Also, Jeremy had to experience what Jalen Brunson is experiencing. He had that long 2 weeks of going out and killing everybody. There was no real scouting report on him. Then the scouting report comes out, and they say, you know what, let's try and beat him up. Jalen spent a lot of time not warming up with us because he was on the training table. There was a lot of times at halftime.
They had a whole thing of, these are the Band-Aids, the different types of Band-Aids ready to whenever I get a cut.
Bruises, cuts on his chin.
From the person that played, we had a hit out on you.
Like, put him in the cameras.
But what I'm saying is, who's going to be that hit man for the Knicks?
For the Knicks,
Is it going to be Mitchell Robinson? We keep talking about Mikal Bridges and what he's going to do offensively. Can he get touches? But last time I checked, I thought he was an elite wing defender. But somebody got to slow Stephon Castle down. Somebody got to take ownership and say, I want this smoke.
And the foul trouble, you said?
Yeah, and stay out of foul trouble.
But the answer to your question, Perk, isn't it supposed to be Josh Hart? Josh Hart is the guy that goes out there and makes all those nitty-gritty, dirty plays. But he also potentially can be a liability.
Careful, those are fighting words.
Hey, I speak the truth. Y'all cool with that? Isn't that what we do in New York? Thank you.
Hey, I'm telling you, listen, y'all keep this type of energy up, y'all gonna get your ass kicked. Y'all better pick the energy up because it's gonna be contagious to the Madison Square Garden.
Shouldn't it be Josh Hart, though? The one that, defends his bro, not just off the
But that's hard because he got in foul trouble. He got 4 fouls. He got in foul trouble in Game 2. And so he normally is, but he's been so valuable this series. And so who else is going to come
He has to knock
bench?
down the shot. He has to.
He has to hit that three.
It's cool.
But let me say this. In a bright spot for the Knicks that I feel like we haven't highlighted over the last couple of days, Jordan Clarkson. Right, and it goes to show the depth because he came in, although they lost, he had some big minutes. But Mitchell Robinson, at some point, you have to be the enforcer. Like, I need you to bring a certain level of physicality. I don't give a damn if you get called for 3 moving screens. Make sure you get called for 3 moving screens, and they really are moving screens. You know what I'm saying? You put your shoulder into it.
I like that. Kind of like the Luke Cornett role that we saw in the Western Conference Finals, where it wasn't just Wemby going out there. It was like, let me go and make this generational block to give momentum to my squad.
Without a doubt. But I think more than anything, he has to focus on bringing in intensity and not just the physicality.
We must be in New York City, because I swear we started this by talking about the youth of the San Antonio Spurs. Well, this is the city that never sleeps, but with Game 4 on the horizon, New York City is as restless as ever. Excitement, yes. Nerves, surely. People burning sage to reset the energy outside of Madison Square Garden. I mean, seriously, 8.5 million New Yorkers, they are ready to explode if the Knicks can take a commanding 3-1 series lead tonight. But so far, the road team has owned the day. So will Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs continue that trend to level this series? 2 hours of NBA Today, live from New York City, starts right now.
For the first time in 27 years, a finals game will be played in this iconic arena.
Yeah. Welcome to the Empire State.
Sidestep, right-handed shot block. The smothering defense from San Antonio. Shot clock winding down. Castle has to put it up. Bang! Stephon Castle from three-point range. Fox gets into the paint, puts up jumper. Got it! The Aaron Fox with a clutch bucket right there. What a response from San Antonio.
We've done our best to try and learn from wins, but now we have to learn from a loss.
We got to get back to work and get ready for Game 4.
Welcome to New York City. We have a series on our hands, folks, and these fans in New York, they are ready for whatever smoke Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs are planning to bring to the table in tonight's Game 4. 2 hours of NBA Today, live from the Rutherford, across from the world's most famous arena. Whatever happens tonight, you'll want to be a part of it, New York. And you know how I know that this is a big game? It's not because tickets are over $8,000 to get into the building tonight. It's not because Wu-Tang Clan is performing at halftime.
Hey, no!
It is not because Taylor Swift is going to be in the building. It's because of the panel that we have up here.
We
got two former members of the New York Knicks, Jeremy Lin, Iman Shumpert. Perkins, NBA champ, is in the building. And I don't actually have to work that hard for the connection. Brian Windhorst, New York Times best-selling author. Brian Windhorst in the building.
Here we go.
My friends, Game 4, how we feeling, Iman?
Well, I want to let y'all know I don't wear all black right now because I switched sides. I brought this because I thought Game 4 would be funeral arrangement. But I stand corrected. We still getting Game 4.
All right. He said he's making his prediction already. Well, let's take a look back at how history has gone in this series, because so far it has been the road team that has owned the day. Let's go all the way back here to Game 1. Knicks up 2-1, but this is how we got here. The closing seconds of Game 1, Jalen Brunson gets to his spot perk, and he executes.
Well, I mean, it's big body Brunson time. The man is averaging over 10 points in the fourth quarter, shooting 48% from the field. Damn it, when it's clutch time, you know to get the ball to big body Brunson and get the hell out the way.
Well, you know that when the clutch player of the year gets to his spot, he likes what he sees. But Game 2, Brian Windhorst, we had more late game drama, all tied up at 104. This is a play right here Victor Wembanyama wishes he could get back.
This is a genuine nightmare. This is something that he's going to remember for the rest of his life. But he didn't look at this as a terrible mistake. He looked at this as a missed opportunity, and that's the way the Spurs approached their mentality going into Game 3.
But you can see here, Stephon Castle, he checks in, and then he picks his head up and gets running out. The Spurs, they have one more chance to win it here. De'Aaron Fox finds Victor Wembanyama. You're not going to get a better shot than this. And those late game mistakes, they were front of mind for Victor after this game.
I threw that one away. I messed up. Am I going to use that to fuel me and to fuel us next game? Absolutely.
Well, and use it as fuel he did, because Wemby said that he was going to be motivated. It showed in the first half of Game 3. He came out aggressive on both ends to start the game, which isn't uncommon. We see that a whole lot. But at the break, he was all over the stat sheet. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Now, in the fourth quarter, Iman, the Spurs up 8. Wemby forces Shamet past the shot. Swing, swing.
Well, what you're seeing is Wemby creates so much indecision when people drive the paint. One, he makes you flinch, and then he can cover ground. Sometimes he's in no man's land, but it doesn't matter because anything in that paint is his land. You see right now, they driving here, indecision happens, he claps it off the glass, but the indecision happens because everybody goes out to those shooters because they know they got a guy in there to erase mistakes.
Well, we know, though, that it's been the All-NBA players that have been leading the way for each of their teams, as to be expected in the NBA Finals. Victor has increased his scoring in every single game this series, but Jalen has done his best work in clutch situations. No surprise there. But even with that, Jalen Brunson, of course he's not too high. Of course he's not too low. He's averaging like 0 smiles a game. Here he was.
Most importantly, not turn the ball over. Give my team an opportunity. That's fine. We're going 1. Kind of in the middle. I've played better, but also I've played worse.
You want to hop in, Perk? Because the New York Knicks are still in the driver's seat in this series. How do you expect Jalen Brunson to get going?
Hold on 1 second. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. When things get weird, who you gonna call? You gonna call Big Body Brunson? Hey, listen, I don't give a damn about him shooting 31 shots in game 1. I don't care about him shooting 25 shots in game 2. And I damn sure don't give a damn about him shooting 25 shots in game 3. He could dribble the oxygen out the ball. Right now, the New York Knicks are in the promised land. Carmelo Anthony didn't take him there. Stephon Marbury didn't take him there. Lynn Sanity didn't take him there. Iman Shumpert didn't take him there. Damn it, Jalen Big Body Brunson took the Knicks to the promised land. You live by Big Body Brunson. You die by Big Body Brunson. The energy that the Knicks have, the organization, the coaching staff, is the same energy that the Golden State Warriors have with Steph Curry. Damn it, we riding with him. We don't give a damn if he shoot 100 shots. Yeah. I want him coming out firing tonight.
Well, you saw Iman Shumpert was on the baseline. It was really hard to miss him in that bright orange shoot last game. And he was getting out there. You were coaching from the baseline, and you were making some observations about Jalen Brunson, something that was different game 3 that we didn't see as much as in game 2.
Yeah, I wanted him to get into action. Like you said, you call him Big Body Brunson. Right now, I need him to be Action Brunson. I want you setting back screens. I want you setting flares. I don't like when people get to load up on him. It's all boxes and elbows. He's working incredibly hard to get things done. Like you see right here. He gonna come and he can't play in space. He didn't get a ball screen. Nobody leaves him. Another guy leaves his man. He has the whole Spurs team's attention right now. But if you look, everybody can guard 2 people at the moment. So that leaves him in a double team. We don't need that. Let's get something good over here. On the road, set a screen, get somebody off you. Now he got to follow behind. Indecision happens. Are y'all going to switch? I don't care if you do or don't. Now you're late, I'm going to lace him up. You see what I'm saying? Like when he gets the ball after people have to guard actions and then close out, he is literally unguardable.
Yeah. That was the first play of game 1, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The Knicks are going to watch that tape, and they're going to come back and try to take Brunson off the ball tonight.
Yep.
They're going to try to ease his burden a little bit. So this is what I want you to watch. When the game starts, I want you to watch Jalen Brunson, what goes around. Watch the physicality that the Spurs have on Brunson off the ball and see if the refs let it go. Right out of the gate, you want to see if they're calling off-ball fouls on holding on Brunson. That's what the Spurs want to do, Jalen.
One simple thing that he can do also is just hit and get it back versus dribble, dribble, dribble. Even what Shump is saying, you set some back screens, you get some second side pick and rolls, go to the strong side, swing it to the weak side, get him on something else. Let's do something where it's just easier for him and it's not as monotonous. That is just something that Mike Brown, it's really
what
Mike
was that
Brown
word?
to get him
Monotonous?
Monotonous.
Let's go. Burbank. Let's go. Jalen, let's go.
Did you catch Harvard over here? Jalen, I got a quick story for you. This is story time. I know that's usually Brian Windhurst. So Perk used to do a segment on NBA Today. It was called The Word of the Day.
Oh.
And one day Perk comes up here and he says, I got a new word for you, Malika. And I say, what's that word? He goes, moan tennis. I said, what? That's supposed to be monotonous? He said, yeah, whatever that is. So on this show, we say Mona tennis.
Mona tennis, my bad.
Or we can use another word for the day, monopoly. Jalen Brunson is going to get money. And I understand the adjustments that y'all thinking about having.
Yeah.
But this is the NBA Finals.
Right.
The last thing that I want Jalen Brunson doing is overthinking. The last thing that I want Jalen Brunson doing is not being aggressive. I want him aggressive. If I'm going to go down swinging, damn it, I'm going down swinging with the head of the snake that got me here.
Hey, Perk.
And I get it. Listen, hold on. I get it. a lot of times we're looking at this series. A lot of those shots Jalen Brunson is getting, those are good, clean looks.
Check it out, though.
He's just missing them.
You can't take the bait. If he don't move that ball, Mikal Bridges can't get off. Deuce McBride ain't getting off. Landry Shaman ain't getting off. Who all was getting off? These are guys that were playing great along this streak. So, this is what I'm saying. I don't say he can't dribble 30 times. Just dribble 30 times after the action. Because for at least 8 of them seconds, he just standing there really revving up his engine.
I agree with that, and that's something where it's not about the shot attempts. You could shoot 25, 29, 30 shots, no problem. Get him the ball, but just don't do it the same way every single time.
And
so that
his
it's easier to
teammates
guard.
trust him.
No, but
they will give him the ball back.
Did
you have a problem passing me the ball? Did you think I wasn't going to get it back? I know they don't want to guard Jalen. I was able to get – y'all saw the end of the Toronto game when he hit the shot. We all gave him the ball back. I had the rebound.
Talking about
you want highlights? We got highlights. Don't worry.
Oh, wow. I'm talking about regular season play.
Here you go.
I'm talking about the NBA. I'm talking about the NBA Finals, dog. And what I'm saying is we was never coming in saying, hey, Bron, when we was on the Cavs and Kyrie, hey, we need y'all to get off the ball. No.
Yes, we was.
Who?
Yes, we
was. In the locker room.
Kyrie was on second side.
He was on second.
Kyrie was on second side because we wanted Kyrie to have the ball.
Kyrie and Bron.
Because Bron bringing it up. Listen,
but what I'm saying is
now you comparing Bron and Kyrie. Both of them can bring them up.
I'm not comparing them. What I'm telling you is that I'd rather go down with Jalen Brunson doing Jalen Brunson things than me walking in the locker room and having my go-to guy overthinking the situation. That's all I'm telling you.
The Spurs want the Knicks to play that way. The Spurs have set their defense up for the Knicks to play that.
That's the bait.
It hurts the Spurs. That's what they did in Game 3. They said, we're going to back off Brunson.
Right.
We're not going to double team him. We want him to do it. That was the bait that they took. Now, he may take the bait and still win, but that's the bait that they want him to take.
Here's the thing. I know these Knicks fans, y'all aren't very familiar with losing this postseason, right? You've only done it 3 times all postseason long. But I can tell you there's something that all 3 of those games had in common. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Much higher dribbles, a lot higher number there in those 3 losses than in their wins. So just something to keep an eye on. We still got a lot more to come here on NBA Today. Someone get Kendrick Perkins a fan here. NBA history. I caught up with Castle yesterday ahead of Game 4.
This is a very, very big moment for the Spurs.
Tough shot from Castle. And Stephon Castle cannot be stopped right now. He's the one that said after that tough Game 2 loss, if we play the way we normally play, there's no way we don't win the series. He has backed up his words, at least here in Game 3.
Steph, you have a pregame routine that I've never heard of before. Tell me about the grapes.
Who told you about the grapes? I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's like a superstition thing for me, but yeah, I started that like late last year. I started playing really well, and I just stuck with it ever since.
So you had grapes before Game 3 in Madison Square Garden. Let's relive the end of that game.
Stephon Castle, huge free throw here. Oh, so clutch for Castle.
All of Madison Square Garden is booing you. What's going through your mind?
I mean, I don't want to say I didn't hear them, but I think I was just so locked into the game that I don't think it really mattered. I mean, just stay poised, take a deep breath, and I mean, it's the same shot, you know, we shoot every day, so just go knock it down. It's probably the biggest free throws in my career right now.
Shot clock winding down. Castle has to put it up. Bang! Stephon Castle from three-point range. What a bailout.
So let's go back a little before that. 2 minutes are left, and you catch this grenade, hoist up a 3. How many times have you relived that shot?
A lot. Crazy shot. I saw the clock the whole time. I didn't know if he would throw it. I mean, I thought he was going to shoot it, honestly, but I was happy I got it to fall, though.
He might be the most mature player on our team, and he's nowhere near the oldest.
Why do you think he assigned that to you?
I don't know. Honestly, I think we have a very childish team as a whole, so maybe I'm just like the least of the childish, but I wouldn't say I was the most mature.
What do you mean childish? Childish because you're young, or childish because this is
childish
fun?
Because we play a lot off the court. I think we're a mature basketball team for sure, but our off the court stuff it gets kind of wild.
Drives inside, shot blocked. Castle got a piece of it. Just smothering defense from San Antonio.
What are the 3 words that you would use to describe yourself as a defender?
Physical. I'd say relentless. I'd say smart. I say smart because of probably how much film I watch, and kind of understanding, guys' tendencies kind of helps me a lot on defense. So I think it's not just technique. I think it's the schematic part of it and, understanding what guys like to do.
There's some similarities that you learn guarding SGA that you can apply to guarding Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
They both like to, use their body to create space. So as much as I can close that space, not let them get a full head of steam, to create space for themselves and just make everything tough, really. They're obviously, different players. Shea takes a lot more tougher shots than Brunson does, but staying patient with Brunson the kind of same way I have to do with Shea is probably the most similar thing that I've realized.
Tactically, you guys made a little bit of an adjustment in Game 3. You spent more time on Karl Anthony Towns. So what are you thinking when you go into that matchup? I see the smirk.
Yeah, I've guarded bigger players before. So
you like it. You like guarding bigger players.
Yeah, I've guarded bigger players before, but I think with his shooting ability, him being on the perimeter, it kind of gives me an advantage, if I close out to him and take away his space. Really just try and pressure the ball no matter what, whether he's looking for passes or he's thinking scoring and trying to drive. I think him being on the perimeter gives me an advantage. So
I know how much pride you take defensively, but offensively, you were part of getting this team going in the biggest moments.
What a performance from Castle. Perfect pass from Castle. Castle gets inside easily.
You said that when you get to your spots, there's not really anybody that can guard you. How close were you to that zone in Game 3?
I feel like I was pretty close to getting there, especially in the first half. I think I was very decisive, and when I wanted to drive, I made it a point that I wanted to, get to my spot and finish. So I think it kind of set the tone, for the rest of the game, just being able to touch paint. So, whether it's for me or for anybody else, I think just trying to stay aggressive and it's going to give us that edge.
Do you walk into Madison Square Garden expecting to win Game 4?
Yeah, definitely. I expect us to win the next 3, but, us just taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and trying to walk this thing down. Like I said, those first 2 games really hurt, and I feel like it was an eye-opener for us, but I think with the group that we have and what we've shown all year, I don't got nothing but confidence in them.
What's that saying? Don't let us get one?
Yeah, don't let us get one.
He said they got one. And he said, I expect us to win the next 3. You got to love the confidence from a 21-year-old kid.
And what else he's supposed to say? They gonna lose? Nah, I love the confidence, but I also love the physicality of Stephon Castle on both ends of the floor. And I know Wemby got a lot of flowers and praise for what he done, but Stephon Castle set the tone. Here go the horn set right here. Couple games 1 and games 2, he was probing. He was getting down here to set the tone on this one. Here go again. He's not looking for the pass. He's getting in the lane, and the most impressive part about it is that he was completing the play, finishing those and ones, screaming, bringing that passion, silencing the crowd.
I think one of the most important things that happened in Game 3 was 16 points in the paint for the Spurs in the first quarter. And yes, we will all see the Wembanyama dunks. That's what you remember. But it was Steph Castle was applying pressure, as Perk says, getting 2 feet into the paint and then distributing it out. That same mentality. If you're going to win 3 in a row, it's going to be because he's continuing to do that.
Wendy's Castle is growing up right before our eyes. There's right here, I want you to look. It's the 2 turnovers to me. That is something where his playmaking ability, his ability to take care of the ball, his decision-making, every game he is improving. And he talks about it. He's watching film. He's getting better. But his ability to be poised and to not get into tight spaces, to not have these pick-6 turnovers where they get it and get an easy 2, these are all part of his development and his growth.
Yeah, I just love what he does when he goes to the basket. If you guys notice, there's timing with everything. It's timing with jumps. It's timing with steals. He has such a solid foundation with his lower that when he loads up for that Euro step, he can take it as slow as he wants, but it throws people off. I don't know how he gets the ball up sometimes when he does it, but all I can tell y'all is that he got some of the best breaks that I've seen in this league.
And I'm gonna say this, Wendy, you made a great point. They went with that 3-guard lineup,
They did.
right? And
They did.
what happened was it took pressure off of Castle. See, that's what I'm saying about overthinking, right? You could tell that the conversation with Castle was, we don't need you to be the point guard. We need you to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And he was going to get his.
Yep.
When he has that mindset, when Wemby has that mindset, the Spurs are a completely different team. And I got to give credit to Greg Popovich. I don't know if the reports were true or not. You know how sometimes you can get fooled, but if he jumped his whole ass on that plane and gave them that message, kudos to him.
I don't think it was on the plane. It was before they got on the plane.
Okay, well, whatever.
the
The
tarmac.
message was heard. Miss Johnson making adjustments.
Yep.
The message was heard. If Stephon Castle, like you just highlighted, Jalen, cut down on the turnovers. Don't worry about being a point guard. Go get yours.
Would you ever call him old to his face?
Ooh. With love. With love, I would. It would be a hug like this.
But it wasn't. We're talking a lot about the
What's up,
offense, and yes, of course, that was very important. They took care of the basketball. That was huge. The New York Knicks did not, particularly in the second half. But Jeremy, it was also defensively that we saw them take things up a notch here.
Yeah, they essentially went to a zone. Their whole point was, can we keep Wemby in the paint?
Yep.
And if he's not in the paint, if he's guarding the paint right here, he switches over, gets swung around, and this is what they're okay with. They are okay with him closing out to the corner. They do not want him above the free throw line on the wing or top of the key. Here you can see, they're just switching again. He's basically zoned up. He's taking that bottom area closest to the paint, right? As the ball gets swung, they're trying to figure it out.
Kick him out.
Mikal Bridges coming in, now he kicks him out. Right, now he takes Cat because he wants to get to the rim. And what the advantage of this is not just the shot blocking, it's the ability to help with the rebound. So Cat isn't getting these offensive rebounds.
Have the great Bernard King here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad to have you.
Let's go Knicks.
You can see it, the excitement, the energy. What do you think that this would mean to this city?
Well, the city right now is so electric. The fans are really pumped. The entire city's behind this organization and this team. And I love watching it. I grew up watching Knicks, playing for them, obviously. But it's been 53 years. We won a championship.
I don't know if anyone was more excited than Amon Shumpert that you would be joining us here on set today. Am I right about that?
First of all, the walk up. That was a smooth walk up. I knew you could run out the tunnel. I didn't know you could walk up like that. But seriously, like when I look at the history of the Knicks and, you know, you bring up names, your name's always in the conversation. Walt's always in the conversation. And now we're looking at somebody that could be dotted into that conversation when we start talking about a Jalen Brunson. So it's always good to see other Knicks legends coming around and not having a problem with that. It seems like y'all encourage it. Y'all support it. Y'all get behind it. It's great to see that because sometimes, you know, the older guys, they ain't really rocking with the younger guys.
You rock with Jalen.
I'm rocking with the Knicks all the way. I love it. The entire team. I love the team. Brunson is my guy. He's mastered the art of scoring.
Yes.
And I love watching it. It's been an amazing ride thus far. We just have to win this game tonight.
You think that this is... Let me ask you, because you know a thing or two about a thing or two when we're talking about this. How important do you think is this game 4? Is this who wins tonight wins the series? Is this how much of an emphasis should we be putting on this?
Well, this is a pivotal game because the next game is going to be on the road. And so this game has to be won tonight. And I expect this team to step up tonight and play well.
Yeah.
They'll push the ball up the floor, which they didn't do as much as they should have in the last ball game. And we got to really handle the pressure of their defense tonight. And that's going to be key so we don't commit as many turnovers.
And if not, you're going to be checking in?
I hope to.
It's like, I got my jersey ready to go. But one of the things I think that's so special about the New York Knicks organization, and I'm not just saying this, I've been to every arena in the NBA, and I have not seen one that has the same sort of reception for their legends, for their former players, that's quite like Madison Square Garden. It was the first time in 14 years that our friend Jay Lynn had been to Madison Square Garden. 14 years, Game 3.
What's up with you? I was playing.
All right, you're right.
I was a little bit busy.
Hey, Jeremy, I worked your first game.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It
when
was
you
great to
started.
see y'all. It's great to see, as Shemp was saying, seeing the legend is almost surreal. It's like, oh, he knows who I am. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
because
that
you're
feeling.
counted as what? You're one of the legends. That's why.
Yes.
Did you feel that in Game 3?
I feel the love, but we have to give respect to, I mean, 8 50-point games, everything that you have done for the organization, and you continue to give back to the organization. There's just so much respect, so much love on our side, and the way that you have continued to support the organization, that's what me and Shump, we want to continue to grow into that, but you have modeled that, and thank you for that.
And I also want to highlight the conversations that get to be had when you're with the Knicks alum. A lot of times, you know, I come up here, we get to talk about the game, and it's great. I really appreciate it. But some of the things that I say, a lot of the jewels come from the knowledge that y'all pass down. These guys sit in that alumni room. You know, we get food, we have a couple of laughs, but there becomes heated conversations and strategic conversations about how the Knicks need to win, how the game needs to be played, what parts of the game you worked for them back then that are still applied to today's game.
Right.
So it's been a tremendous opportunity to be able to be in those rooms at those tables. So I want to thank y'all for that too, man.
Well, thank you again. Thank you again. The Nick greats before me, Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe, they imparted their wisdom to me. So it's something that we will always do as a franchise.
And their swag, too, or did you just bring that on your own? I mean,
Brooklyn, so I got swag.
Sold separately, baby.
He said that is sold separately. Is there one part of this run that you've enjoyed the most?
Well, what I've enjoyed the most is that this city has really gotten behind this team.
Yeah.
And to see them win as many games as they had before the previous loss, is just been amazing. But to see how ecstatic this city is, to feel the excitement in the building is so electric.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. I'm glad to be here.
I think that the entire city is glad that you are here. We've had so much nostalgia here. It feels like it's only right that we take a look at some highlights. What do you say? We do a little top of the top? We got the best of the New York Knicks here for you. So we're going to just roll through some highlights. These are the best moments at Madison Square Garden. Shump, let's get this party started with a little top Broadway performance. You know you love the drama here.
Come on. Hello. Let's go.
Hello.
Let's go. You can't trap me. I need 62. I need 62. I don't care who's guarding me.
I know him.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jeremy Lin, way to go.
You said you didn't know the scouting report on me, but now you have to respect me. Let's go, Jalen.
Hey, why not? Why not, Bernard King?
Let's go, King.
We all did work.
I'm getting it. That's 60.
No less.
Regular, that's that 60 with no 3. You ain't worried about that 3.
Here he comes.
There it comes. Come on.
Legendary right
We
here.
coming out the locker room with it. Come on, man. You thought I was going to play.
Limping for game 7.
Come on, baby.
Walt Frazier took that game over, scored 35 points, and they went all the way.
And we needed some madness in the Mecca as well.
We all know this move, John Stark. Ewing. Absolutely.
There's something about a game 7 that you just gotta love, right? And then how about this?
Larry Johnson.
LJ.
Larry Johnson.
LJ.
Well, 4-point play.
4-point play.
And now, I mean, the Knicks are hoping to party like it's 1999 plus some in these playoffs. All right, how about some playoff power here?
Oh, you remember this? Wemby for me.
JR.
Taking flight.
I got in trouble for tweeting during the game.
Hey, that was
tore my ACL.
That was amazing.
Oh,
Here you go.
Hey!
Whoa.
With the fro?
Everybody get out the way now. Get out the way.
Whoa.
He was flying back then.
Lefty jam.
I remember this too.
John Starks. Yes. Over Jordan at that.
Ooh, see,
Yes.
it doesn't get any better than
I was in the
this.
picture though.
Legend Bernard King, we cannot thank you enough for joining us here on NBA Today.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Way to go, Knicks. Knicks all the way. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, for your wisdom, and hopefully for imparting a little bit of that.
You know what I'm saying? Some of that swag, baby. That walk
A little bit of that cool swag.
A little bit of that.
I know there's a lot of fans here that want to say hello to you, so we'll let you get rolling.
Thank you.
NBA Today rolls on here from the Rutherford in Madison Square Garden. What does Victor Wembanyama need to continue to do in order to even up this series? We discuss on the other side.